Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Daily Destiny with Jessie B. I am Jessie Christensen. Hey, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know in Arizona that it's gotten really hot. Summer has officially begun, and I know that up in Seattle, some of my family have been getting outside and the warmer weathers are coming, so I hope you guys are having a great week. Good morning, Cammie. Thanks for jumping on. So I have been reading this book called The Case for Grace, and it's actually written by the same author who wrote The Case for Christ. You may have heard of the book or maybe the movie that's been out. I think it's been out for a month or so. But that book is a whole other topic that I could go on forever. But I got reading it, and it has made me more thankful and praising God for His unending grace. And so I want to share some encouragement about God's good grace for you this morning. Yay for summer, Cammie. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Pamela. Thanks, you guys, for joining. So have you ever been in a situation where you thought God was maybe punishing you for a decision you made? Either you just made it, or maybe it was a decision in the past. Because I know I've done that, and I can imagine that I'm not alone in that situation. So I want to start with a story in the Bible. It's in John chapter 8. It's about the woman who was caught in adultery. Maybe some of you know of it, but let me grab my Bible. Oops. And start in John chapter 8, and it says this. But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives, down at dawn, he appeared again in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him. He sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery, and the law of Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?" They are using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. So here we have this woman who is literally caught in her sin. And see, the Jewish law states that mere compromising situations is not enough evidence. The law requires that there has to be a witness seeing the sin or who had seen the act of the sin. So this woman was literally naked and exposed, and she was ashamed, taken out into the city courts in front of these leaders, these authority figures and leaders who want to stone her. And so here is where we see the grace of Jesus in the story. And it goes on to say, but Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. But when they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to him, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again, he stooped down to write in the ground. At this, those who began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, and until only Jesus was left with the woman standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" And she said, "No one, sir." And Jesus declared, "Then neither do I condemn you. Now go and leave your life of sin." And so it's in those moments where we might feel very exposed for everyone to see, like this woman. And it could be easy to feel condemnation from maybe Jesus or maybe even other people. Like, we should know better than this. We should have known better than this. And so we see from this story, and maybe even from your story of grace, that even when we are exposed to our sin, Jesus still extends his hand of grace. He lifts our head and declares there is no condemnation. And so today I just want to encourage you if you are feeling maybe a little bit of that guilt or shame from a decision that you've made or a past mistake or whatever it may be, that Jesus still extends his hand and he lifts your head and he declares to you, there is no condemnation. There is no condemnation, only grace. It is grace that pours over you in those moments, and it's grace that continues to cover you today and as you go out tomorrow and this week. It is all grace. And so I hope that encouraged somebody today about grace. Again, the book that kind of spurred this is The Case for Grace by Lee Strobel. I highly recommend it. Good morning, Melissa. Grace is enough for me. Absolutely, it is enough. So I thank you guys for joining me. Before I jump off, I did want to share a few things going on this summer that I wanted to invite you to join me. The first one is if you are in the Phoenix area, my church, Hillsong Phoenix, is having a book study on this book, Uninvited. I think it might be backwards, but Uninvited by Lisa TerKeurst. And I want to invite you to join us. It's going to be every other Tuesday starting next week on our campus. And I don't know if you know Lisa TerKeurst, but she's one of my favorite authors. The book is called Uninvited, Living Loved When You Feel Less Than, Left Out, and Lonely. So that starts next week if you are in the Phoenix area. And then the second thing I want to invite you to is for those who, oh, there we go. There's sunshine. For those of you who may not know, I was a former student athlete in college. I played basketball. And I graduated and quickly realized I never learned how to take care of my body properly. And about 4 years ago, I found a program that really worked well for me in jumpstarting my healthy lifestyle. And on June 5th, I'm helping lead a group through that exact program to help them jumpstart their healthy lifestyle and to help reach their health and wellness goals going into the summer. Again, that's starting June 5th. If any of these are something you are interested in, comment below or private message me, whatever it may be, and I will be happy to give you more information on those events. So thanks again, you guys, for joining me this morning. Good morning, Miracle. Thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day, a good week, and I will see you guys on Friday. All right, bye-bye.